Look, good on you. And I do want to ask you about this run. I think it's fantastic. But I just want to show you this vision as well, because then you went on to confront the biological man. Have a look.
Did you tell me or not that women like to see dick?
I'm the guy asking you question.
Exactly. Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was never okay, was it, Tish? It was never okay. And it was like he owned the place, that he just strutted away from you. He didn't want to know about it.
Oh, man, that was when I really realized that this just was out of control. To have him be able to be confronted and walk back into that room so confident, like he owned the place, it was just, I think that was really a compelling part of the video that made people understand how serious this issue is for women and how unsafe it is.
And I just want to point out as well, I mean, this is the biological man. We'll bring up a photo. This is Grant Freeman, who goes by the name Alexis Black. He was convicted of assaulting his ex-wife. That's according to court documents revealing that he pleaded guilty to beating her in 2022, causing a compound fracture in her jaw, which needed surgery, among other injuries. This honestly frustrates me so much, Tish, because this is the guy that was in a women's change rooms, and you're the one who got punished. You're the one who got their gym membership revoked for calling out the insanity. Make that make sense.
Politicians are out of touch. It's not the gym who is at fault. They're following the law. And, the politicians are out of touch. I mean, when you have women, like Karen Bass, for instance, who is the mayor of Los Angeles, how does she not know that women don't appreciate this? She's out of touch. She's not paying attention. Newsom has already said that he wants to see more trans children created. I don't even know what that means. And that's just a questionable phrase to even say out of anyone's mouth, let alone the governor of California or any politician. But politicians are out of touch. That's what it lets you know.
Yeah, and we have the same laws here in Australia across the country where, it's very easy at the swipe of a pen for a man to say, I'm now identifying as a woman, and suddenly they are invading women's spaces. It is dangerous and it is wrong. Now, look, you've become a real advocate in this space ever since, and I just want to play our viewers this, because here you were speaking about men being housed in women's prisons. Have a look.
I've never been to prison. But I could lay in my bed as I went to sleep last night and think about a man stronger than every female in the prison, walking around, picking them out like chickens, and it makes me angry. These are women. They're human beings. Because you committed a crime does not make your life less valuable. You understand?
Look, I found that speech very interesting that you gave, because it's happening here in Australia too. A man who raped his own child and claimed to be a woman was moved to a women's only facility. We've also had incidences where a convicted murderer born male who now identifies as a woman and was transferred to a women's prison has sexually assaulted a female prisoner. Yet, I've got to say, female leaders, and I suspect it's the same over there, they are too scared to even speak up about this. You mentioned Karen Bass before, but we've got a situation where women are actually betraying other women. Why is that?
Well, I feel like that's a big question to answer, because when I'm hearing you talk about you dealing with this in Australia, and then I'm getting messages from women in Canada and women in the UK, and then dealing with it here in America, all around America, it leads you to think that this is much bigger than what meets the eye. It leads you to think like I said, politicians are out of touch. Karen Bass is out of touch. They're all out of touch with us and in touch with each other somehow, because how is all of this happening all around the world? People are just going crazy and thinking that men are women and women can be men. It's just like there's something more to it. I don't know, big pharma. I don't know if there's some, you can go down a wormhole and it just becomes insane, the things that you come to realize, even with the Epstein files and the fact that they mentioned transgender children in this files and how in the files, and they mentioned how they wanted to push this agenda. And it's like, well, what's really going on here? So I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what's happening, but I do know that it needs to be fought strongly. People got to stand up. Women have to stand up. I think, if women are participating in this, half of it's because they might have some sort of empathy that they want to share to this situation. And the other half has to be, they're getting paid because somebody's making money off this. This is just insane. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. It's too crazy.